One promise that changed everything, a story of redemption and honor. Sometimes the most broken souls carry the purest truths if you look closely enough. One decision, one principle, one moment of integrity can rewrite your destiny. This is not just a story of a thief, but of a man who became a prince by choosing honor over desire. Once in a distant kingdom, far away from the reach of laws and virtue, lived a young man known only for one thing. He was a thief. A master of stealth, never caught, never questioned. His skills were unmatched, but beneath the clever hands and sharp eyes lived a soul that was restless, hollow. No matter how much gold he stole, how many treasures he hid, there was a voice inside him, a whisper that asked, "Is this all your life is meant for?" One day, while wandering through the forest, he encountered an elderly monk, calm, kind, and radiating quiet strength. The monk listened patiently as the thief shared his story, not of riches, but of emptiness. "Master," the thief said, "I cannot stop stealing. It's all I know, but I feel there must be something more in life. Tell me, can I still become a good man in some way?" The monk looked into his eyes and replied with gentleness, "If you cannot yet give up stealing, then at least promise me one thing. From this moment on, treat every woman you meet with the highest respect, as you would your own mother or sister." The thief was surprised by the simplicity of the request. After a long pause, he nodded. "That I can do." From that day forward, he carried a new principle in his heart. He was still a thief, yes, but something had shifted. He now had a code, a line he would not cross. And sometimes, a single line drawn with honor is enough to change the direction of an entire life. In that same kingdom, there was sorrow behind palace walls. The queen had been sent to live in isolation in a palace near the forest. The king, bitter from not having children, had distanced himself from her. She lived in silence, guarded, forgotten, like a rose locked behind iron gates. One night, under the silver moonlight, the thief wandered near that palace. Not knowing who lived there, he saw the grandeur of the estate and thought, "Surely a wealthy man lives here. Tonight may be my luckiest night." He slipped quietly into the palace, evading guards with ease. But the guards noticed movement and, following orders, informed the king. The king, curious, rushed to the scene himself and watched silently through a window. Inside, the thief moved silently, searching for valuables, unaware of what fate had planned for him. Suddenly, a voice broke the silence. Calm, composed. "I am the queen of this kingdom. You have come to steal, haven't you?" Startled, the thief turned. She stood before him, not afraid, not angry, but strangely calm. He trembled. "Please," he begged, "don't call the guards. I mean no harm." The queen looked at him, not with hatred, but with sorrow. And then with an unexpected tone, she said, "I can protect you, and I can give you all the riches you seek, if you grant me just one wish." The thief looked at her, confused. "What is your wish?" he asked. She stepped closer, eyes heavy with longing and grief. "I have been abandoned for years. My husband no longer touches my hand, nor speaks my name. I am a woman, lonely and forgotten, I ask you, be with me, just for one night, and I will give you anything you want." The room fell into stillness. The thief's breath caught in his chest. The monk's words echoed in his heart. "Respect every woman as your mother or sister." His hands, once used for stealing, now folded in front of him with dignity. His voice, once used for deceit, now spoke with truth. "No, Your Majesty, I cannot. I made a vow to a great man, and to break it would be to break myself. You are like a mother to me. Please, only ask from me what a son can offer." The queen stared at him in disbelief. Her eyes shimmered with tears, tears not of shame, but of recognition. For the first time in years, she had been spoken to with honor. Just then, the king entered with his guards. The thief stood tall, expecting punishment. But the king had seen everything, and in that moment, something inside him shifted too. He dismissed the guards and turned to the thief. "You are unlike any man I have known," he said. "Ask for anything, and it shall be yours." The thief, still calm, replied, "If you truly wish to grant me something, then restore your queen to her rightful place. Bring her back with dignity. She deserves love and respect, not exile." The king was silent, ashamed. He realized that in blaming her for their lack of children, he had punished her unfairly. In truth, his pride had blinded him. With humility, he turned to the queen and said, "Forgive me, come home." The queen nodded, and then added one request of her own. "Let us adopt this young man, not as a criminal, but as our son. He honored me more than anyone ever has. He is the kind of man a kingdom needs." The king agreed, and from that day on, the thief who once wandered alone became the crown prince of the kingdom, not because of wealth nor lineage, but because he chose to honor a promise. We all search for purpose, for meaning, for transformation, but change does not begin with luck. It begins with principle. One principle, followed with sincerity, can shape your entire future. This man was still a thief when he chose respect. He had nothing, but that one vow opened the gates of destiny. You don't need to fix everything at once. You don't need to be perfect today. Start with one value, one truth, one promise, and live by it, no matter what. Even a life built on broken pieces can rise. It stands on integrity. If this story stirred something in your heart, if you're on your own path of searching and growth, subscribe to Whispers Within, because sometimes one story is all it takes to see life differently.